I ain't gonna take it no more. I ain't gonna stand idly by while the bridal reply of a marriage of styles is, yeah, but what's their demographic? I ain't gonna take it no more. I ain't gonna take it no more. I ain't gonna stand idly by with a tat and a sigh while inside we all cry out for something new. I ain't gonna take it no more. I ain't gonna take it no more. Soulless music, artless lyrics, goalless movements, heartless gimmicks, controlled and clueless, careers last in a minute. If this is the big life, well, I ain't looking to live it. We ain't pushing the boundaries, we're blowing them up. We ain't trying to expand the scene, we want the scene to erupt. So make some room on the floor and somebody bolt the doors, because tonight, we ain't seeking applause. Tonight, well, gee. Just want to have some good new fashion fun, y'all.
Welcome to fuck's sake, not another anniversary show! And what better place to be than right here where it all started, in the Kino. A lot has happened over the last 4 years, but it was amazing to be back here. And let's just say this show... This show is breathing with history, and we're going to talk about a lot tonight, but this show really comes down to a night where championships are going to be defended, champions are going to be defined or destroyed. It's going to be pretty fucking epic. Let's talk about our tag team champions, the Savior of Destiny. They are our reigning tag team champions, and tonight they will be put to the test to see if they can go all night long with one night stand. And of course, this is our biggest show ever. It's only appropriate we have our biggest main event ever, because tonight Kerry Thatcher, the interim Phoenix champion Steve Savage, and the reigning Phoenix heavyweight champion Justy will... Tonight we're going to figure out who is the undisputed Phoenix heavyweight champion. But of course, we need to get our show kicked off with a match, I should say, that really has been here since almost the beginning. At our very first anniversary show, we crowned the first ever champion, the Phoenix Empress champion, Debbie Keitel. Debbie never lost that championship. But tonight, we're going to figure out whether she's fit to rule again in Phoenix Wrestling. Because she's going to take on the opulent savior of Phoenix Wrestling, Anita Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, that is your opening contest for the Empress Championship. It is set for one fall. One fall!
Will the soundtrack kindly produce a sound? Go on, don't be nervous. Go ahead. Any sound? Well, that isn't quite what I had in mind.
Well, here she is, the #1 contender for the Phoenix Empress Championship. Of course, welcome to Phoenix Wrestling. Fuck's sake, not another anniversary show as we celebrate 4 years of Phoenix Wrestling, and one person integral to those 4 years, one person who appeared at the very first ever Phoenix Wrestling match in this very building, in that very ring here in the Keno in Cork City, is Debbie Keitel. She is a woman on a mission as she looks to reclaim a championship that she never lost. But in doing so, she must beat Anita Vaughn. A task that's easier said than done, to say the least. And here is the Phoenix Empress champion. A controversial Phoenix Empress champion. Not one who could perhaps consider herself a fan favourite. Not someone who can consider herself somebody who wins matches without interference, at least up until now. But she doesn't care. She considers herself the champion, and that's all that matters to Anita Vaughn. But this is a chance for Anita Vaughn to showcase what she can do without interference. This is a chance for Anita Vaughn to showcase what she can do on her own. This is a chance for Anita Vaughn to showcase how much she has developed her skills since returning to Phoenix Wrestling. And if she can get a win over Debbie Keitel under non-controversial circumstances, then whether the fans like to admit it or not, whether I like to admit it or not, that's a serious feather in the cap of Anita Vaughn.
Is a singles match set for one fall. And it is for the Phoenix Empress Championship. Introducing first our special referee for this bout, Katie Harvey. Introducing first the challenger from Galway City, Ireland, representing the woke queendom. She is the self-proclaimed Empress Slayer, here to reclaim her rightful throne, Debbie! And introducing next, from Cork City,
and soon to be residing in Dublin City Centre. Why would I want to live with these losers? Say my name.
representing the Saviors of Destiny,
Can you finish?
the Savior and current Empress Champion of Phoenix Wrestling, Anita Vaughn!
Can't wait to get to Dublin.
This is as high stakes as it gets. The gold is on the line. The time for talk is done. Will Debbie Keitel be able to get the job
Ready?
done
In your
here
corner,
tonight?
in your corner. Ready? Have you done this before? Do this long review as well. Ring the bell!
Katie Harvey, to her credit, is effectively the perfect person for this job. Katie Harvey is someone who really doesn't take any shit. And Debbie Keitel, with Katie Harvey evening the odds, and hopefully you would imagine cancelling out the danger of the Saviors of Destiny. This could be Debbie Keitel's opportunity. Debbie Keitel throwing Anita Vaughn from one corner into the other, showcasing right from the start her strength, her power. And Katie Harvey nearly making a quick decision, putting a quick end to this contest. And Anita Vaughn already needs to regroup on the outside. And you have to wonder what's going through the head of Anita Vaughn right now. She doesn't have that insurance policy of Owen Richards and Andy Steele necessarily. And when we see Debbie Keitel putting on the pressure and starting off strong, that's the key to Debbie Keitel winning, is starting off strong, not giving Anita Vaughn a chance.
Get in the back of the ring. Feel that post.
Turning things around, slowing down the
Get
momentum.
back in the ring. What'd you say? Back in the ring.
There is a lot of pressure for Debbie Keitel as well. At the end of the day, this is effectively last chance saloon for Debbie Keitel. Debbie Keitel came back, had a rematch, lost it, albeit under controversial circumstances. If she doesn't get the win here with Katie Harvey as special guest referee,
Let's go, Debbie!
will she ever get it? Will she ever get another chance? That's the question.
Come on!
And Katie Harvey, to her credit, will call this down the middle. Anita Vaughn just incapacitating Debbie Keitel. The noise of the ring apron, the hardest part of the ring, really speaks for itself. And the difference between Anita Vaughn and Debbie Keitel is evident. The difference between Anita Vaun and Debbie Keitel is that Anita Vaun is somebody who's more than happy to get a count-out victory. She senses that it's not coming. So before allowing Debbie Keitel to get back into the ring and resetting this match, Anita Vaun.
Right? I'm going to make this really easy for you, Katie, yeah? Count, 2, 3, 1.
Anita Vaun, she's not doing more than that. But what I was going to say is that Anita Vaughn, she's not wasting any time. She's getting Debbie Keitel in, she's getting the pin.
You can't count to 10. You can't count to 3. You can't hit for 3.
Oh, Anita Vaun and Katie Harvey going at it. That's not the wisest move. You never want the referee to be your enemy when you're a wrestler. They have a lot of power. And while I trust Katie Harvey's integrity, if anybody is going to call it into question, it's going to be Anita Vaughn. A referee's worst nightmare, effectively. But Debbie Keitel off the top turnbuckle, a cross body, and Anita Vaughn gets the shoulder up. Debbie Keitel into the ropes, goes for a cross body, but Anita Vaughn. Debbie Keitel's quite a strong wrestler, she's quite a powerful wrestler, but Anita Vaughn is also a wrestler that has strength in her arsenal. Another wrestler who has the power advantage in most of her fights. And as each match goes on, Anita Vaughn, while she does win under controversial circumstances, she learns on the job, she learns with each match. And there are many people who would argue that Anita Vaughn is not the best wrestler in Phoenix Wrestling, and Anita Vaughn is not deserving of that championship. But there's no denying that the longer she holds it, the better she gets. So if Debbie Keitel wants to win that championship, the time is now. She leaves it any later. And I don't know if that opportunity will ever present itself again.
Come on, Debbie! Let's go, Debbie! Let's go, Debbie, is it?
Debbie is our champion! Debbie is our champion! Na, na, na.
And you hear the fans getting ahead of Anita Vaughn saying Debbie is the champion. I mean, Anita Vaughn is someone who, on the outside, appears that she doesn't care, appears that she's happy to call herself a champion, despite the controversy surrounding it. But at the end of the day, like any competitor, she wants to prove to everyone that she's the best. At the end of the day, she wants to prove that she's the real champion. The legitimate champion. And in her defense, if she can beat Debbie Keitel under non-controversial circumstances, without interference, without cheating, then I really don't see much room for debate. But again, easier said than done. The fans are certainly on the side of Debbie Keitel. An interesting one. Usually, you know, you've got hometown advantage. Hometown advantage doesn't exist for Anita Vaughn, because everywhere Anita Vaughn goes, she's despised, whether it's her hometown, whether it's her own house. She will never be the hometown favourite. And Debbie Keitel very much taking advantage of the fan support. What it does is it fills you with that adrenaline, gives you that shot of energy you need when things are looking rough, and it allows you to turn momentum. As we're seeing here, as Debbie Keitel runs the knee into Anita Vaughn, and with Anita Vaughn down, runs another knee into the side of her head. Oh! Anita Vaughn! Anita Vaughn! Anita Vaughn! Super kicking Katie Harvey. I cannot believe this. The whole purpose of Katie Harvey coming into the match was that the scores would be settled. The playing field would be even. But Katie Harvey caught with an incredibly accurate super kick right where it needed to connect with, and she is out. And just like that, Anita Vaughn has neutralized the special guest referee. This is disgraceful. This is not what championship matches should be about.
Race to salvation! I feel it! Feel
You know, look, I want to give credit to the intelligence and the fight IQ shown by Anita Vaughn to super kick Katie Harvey, but... Okay, go on, Katie!
What the hell was that?
You! You pair of bricks!
Oh! They're gone! They're gone! And that is it! For the save of the destiny, Katie Harvey has brought it down to 1 versus 1. Anita Vaughn is distraught. She doesn't know what to do because every match that she has had up to this point, she's had the save of the destiny to help her get the win. How is she going to cope without Andy Steele and Owen Richards? Oh, the knee to the head answers that question potentially, but Anita Vaughn kicks out at 2. Vaughn counters with a head kick. Impressive. This really is the ultimate test. Can Anita Vaughn stand on her own 2 feet? Can she get the job done in isolation? Debbie Keitel certainly has the experience advantage. Debbie Keitel has been there before on the biggest stage, and in Phoenix Wrestling, there is no bigger stage than what we're watching right now. The Keno, the title match.
1 second. Come on, Debbie!
Come on, Debbie!
Anita Vaughn has Debbie Keitel right where Debbie Keitel does not want to be. And Debbie counters it. Oh! I thought that was it. She runs to the ropes. Catches Anita from behind with a stiff knee to the back of the head. I was going to say Anita Vaughn was out, but she wasted no time getting to that bottom rope. And what that shows is excellent ring awareness and excellent fight IQ on the part of Anita Vaughn, who again, a lot like Debbie in the sense she's improving very quickly, and a super kick has flattened Debbie Keitel. You know, you can tell Katie Harvey clearly did not want to make that pin, but she did it because that's what a professional referee does. And Anita Vaughn, you can see the frustration on her face, you can see it in what she's saying, you can hear it.
What's this?
But frustration is a champion's worst nightmare.
It's fucking over.
She connects with the Shining Wizard, and this could be it. But it's not. Debbie Keitel kicks out at 2. And what makes this match so interesting is that it literally could go either way. Anita Vaughn has officially now thrown everything at Debbie Keitel, and Debbie Keitel has had an answer for everything. Debbie Keitel has kicked out and kicked. Oh! A knee right into the ribs of Anita Vaughn! And Debbie Keitel wins the Phoenix Empress Championship! It took a special guest referee to eject the Sabres of Destiny. It took not 1 but 2 attempts. But at the end of the night, at the end of our 4th anniversary show, Debbie Keitel is once again Phoenix Empress Champion. And you can see what this means to her. Going into this match, we had to ask ourselves the question, could Anita Vaughn stand on her own 2 feet? Could Anita Vaughn get the job done without the Sabres of Destiny? And the answer is, she couldn't. The answer is that Anita Vaughn, despite her improvements and despite her learning, despite her fight IQ and her ring awareness, Anita Vaughn has a long, long way to go before she can be the real champion of Phoenix Wrestling, because right now, that title belongs to Debbie Keitel.
It's time for J Money. Shake 'em Thatcher worldwide, baby.
This match is gonna be insanity. It's gonna be chaos. I'm gonna be honest with you. Normally I write notes before each match. I have no notes written for this because I have no idea what to expect. I don't even know. For all I know, anybody could be in this match. This is a man who we have seen here before in Phoenix Wrestling, a former ICW World Heavyweight Champion. This is a man who's fought and main evented in this very venue.
You don't have the baggage allowance.
He's been a champion before, he could be a champion again. This is arguably one of the scariest men in this match. Certainly one of the strongest, one of the most powerful. This is JDP. And this is an incredible opportunity for all these people, but JDP could be walking out with a keynote on our 4th year anniversary of the Hard Knocks Championship.
To Big Guns Joe.
Introducing next, turn down for
Big Guns Joe, again, another person we've seen in Phoenix before. We've seen him in tag team action. But I'm very much looking forward to seeing what Big Guns Joe can achieve as a singles competitor. Somebody who's shown right from the start that he is game, he is ready. He fears absolutely no one. Could this be the night for Big Guns Joe? This is a man who, if you're a Phoenix Wrestling fan, needs no introduction. Someone who's been here since day one. Someone who's too dumb to die. Someone who's really at home in the air. Somebody who's not afraid to take risks. Somebody who will do everything that needs to be done to win that championship. Speaking of someone who'll do anything to win a championship, this is someone who's a former champion as it is. This is Raven Creed. Now this one is quite interesting. This is Sam the Champ. This is an incredibly young wrestler who's shown a bunch of potential in the Phoenix Wrestling Academy. He's been working so hard to get this opportunity. He's finally got it, and I'm very excited to see what he can do with it. The fans certainly believe in him. I believe in him, and I'm looking forward to see what he can achieve here in the Scramble. This is a very interesting addition to the Hard Knocks Championship Scramble. This is a man who has really come into his own since the return of Irish wrestling. Somebody who's, alright, he's a bit of a hothead, but if he can use that energy that he has, you know, and that fire and that passion, it could be JB that walks out of here as Hard Knocks champion, but we'll wait and see. more experienced competitors in this match is Rocky Star, somebody who, if you follow wrestling up north, if you follow Pro Wrestling Ulster, a former champion up there, Rocky Star is somebody who I feel many could be sleeping on Rocky Star. I feel like this could be somebody who many are potentially overlooking, but I actually would not be surprised if it was Rocky Star that walked out with the gold. The Killmonger, Justin Daniels. This is someone who is as serious as it gets. And you see Matt Schuyler, his demeanour has changed. He was happy, he was all fun and games, messing about with people before the match. He sees Justin Daniels, and I don't want to say that the fear has hit him. I think that would be a bit unfair because Matt Schuyler fears no man, but you have to wonder how much of his concentration will be on Justin Daniels in this match. As the next competitor makes their entrance, and the next competitor is the Titanic champion of the world, somebody we've seen admittedly far too much of as Team Titanic wreak havoc over Phoenix Wrestling these past few months, but that man was at the head of it, along with the Savers of Destiny. That man, Steve Carvel, there is no denying, love him or hate him, that man has ability. Could he be walking out here as a double champ? Not if this man has anything to say about it. This is Sean Dunn. Come on! This is a man who knows how to play his opponents like he plays that bell run. This is a man who's fought off in the Middle East, and he came over here because he was done with the Middle East. He has beaten everybody there was to beat over there, and he comes in here now, and he's currently in his first ever, as it stands, first ever championship opportunity here in Ireland.
Is that all you got? Is that all you got?
I cannot. I'm gonna let the crowd speak for themselves here. This is mental. I cannot for the life of me.
For the Hard Knocks Championship.
I can't for the life of me call how this thing's gonna go. I feel like it's gonna be one of those matches where I mean, I'm speechless because I'm trying to process everything that's happening as it's happening. CBL appears to have entered the match. Skull Collector appears to have entered the match. I'm looking at our ref. Mr. Terrell, you have a very, very difficult job ahead of you this evening. You will be earning your money tonight, even commentating. There's going to be a lot happening at once. I don't know how I'm going to manage this.
Everybody in the ring now. Okay. Let's try that again. This is a championship scramble match for the Hard Knocks Championship. The only way to become champion is to pin the champion. And once the 10-minute time limit has elapsed, whoever is the current champion will be
the champion. It's chasing effectively. It's like 24/7 rules for like 10 minutes. Oh Lord! This is one of those things where even well, Jay Money's out. I was literally gonna say this is one of those things where there's so many people hopping on him. That how are the people? I mean, half the people trying to hop on him are gonna get a hand in, like. Well, it's a scrap. We're seeing a brawl. I don't know where to start. Everyone around me, there's bodies everywhere, but one body I don't see getting battered is Jay Money. No, there he is. Jay Money's in there as I hear the thud of the wooden floor and the a body hitting it. That's never what you want to hear if you're, well, certainly if you're the competitor involved. Raven Creed is stomping JB on the outside, and from behind there's a low blow from Steve Carvel, and that's a 3 count. We have a temporary new champion in Steve Carvel. If Steve Carvel can last the next, I don't know, 9 minutes, 9.5 minutes, Steve Carvel will be the champion. But again, nobody's got their eyes on the prize. It's such a fast-paced match. You need to have your eyes in so many directions. Steve Carvel, he's been hit from behind. Raven Creed raining down the fist. Steve Carvel fighting her off. Oh, and Steve Carvel with a single leg lariat, wiping out Raven Creed, and now JB is in. The endurance and the stamina that you will need to win this match is on another level. But if anybody can pull it off, it will be Steve Carvel. This is a man who's in excellent shape. He's in, oh, but Matt Schuyler has him for speed, and Matt Schuyler has pinned him, and now Matt Schuyler is the Hard Knocks champion. But who's that from behind? It's Justin Daniels. These two, as I've said, have a lot of history here. In the past couple of months, Justin Daniels targeting Matt Schuyler, feels he can make an example out of him. And it's hard to argue when you see him picking up results against him and tossing him around like that. Except in the singles match, there is no JDP to put a boot through your skull. So JDP, he's identified who he needs to pin, and a lovely maneuver from JDP. Poetic. But JDP is now the temporary Hard Knocks champion. And I see Justin Daniels in front of me. He seems hesitant to get back in because this is an near impossible match to win. But JDP knows the opportunity that's at his disposal. And Sean Dunn comes in behind him. Sean Dunn, he's not a man who fears competition. As Justin Daniels continues to distract me on commentary by jaw-jacking with the fans. JDP flexing, but from behind, the experienced Rocky Star coming in, connecting where he needs to. And could Rocky Star put away JDP? I was going to say, I don't think anybody's going to put away JDP. And JDP putting that theory to the test and proving it to be correct. JDP. Oh, he's not looking behind him though. Big Guns Joe, this is what it means. It's really a mile a minute, a mile a second here. Big Guns Joe, somebody who may be smaller than JDP, but perhaps the strength advantage that JDP normally has isn't evidenced when he's against Big Guns Joe, because Big Guns Joe does have the strength. It's not working thus far, but he may knock JDP off his feet. JDP's giving him the opportunity, and I spoke too soon. Big Guns Joe counters it. Big Guns Joe going for the slam. What is happening? J Money and Justin Daniels. What is going on?
I'm decided I'm just going to come over here and let these guys tire themselves out for a little bit.
It's Justin Daniels on commentary here. JDP just hit me in the face, and I think I'm knocked out on my feet.
There's a lot happening, and if I miss something, it's because there's just bodies everywhere, including at the commentary desk. Big Guns Joe attacking the back of CBL.
Hey, give me a scope, please.
An interesting combination. You've never seen CBL and Big Guns Joe in singles competition. But Big Guns Joe, not fearful of CBL. It was Big Guns Joe, fears no man. And Sam the Sham, there's a name that many people may have not been attending to here because he's been fighting a lot on the outside. But this is an incredible opportunity for him. As Sam the Sham runs underneath Big Guns Joe into the ring post. And Big Guns Joe taking care of business.
It's like Titanic, isn't it? I know, I'll never let go. Okay, I'm gonna let go now.
But Big Guns Joe not looking behind him, because behind him is J Money with the super kick. And he praises God because Big Guns Joe kicks out too. But he's praising God because this is almost a game of luck as much as anything. You can have a strategy, you can develop a strategy, but when it's all said and done, you know, timing comes into this as well. And circumstance comes into this. And there's so many possibilities, so many combinations of things that can happen that really being there at the right place at the right time, that can really be everything. Justin Daniels rolls up Big Guns Joe and he's got the title back. But Big Guns Joe counters it and he's got the title back. And now Jay Money rolls him back over again and he has the title back. Big Guns Joe rolls him over again and he has the title back. This is never going to end. I'm going to run out of breath. Oh, okay. Big Guns Joe is kicked out with 2. And Jay Money, crucifix, rolls up again. And he gets him. Jay Money is again the temporary champion as we close in our final 3 minutes. I have no idea what's happening. I believe this fight has gone on to the outside, but in the ring, Raven Creed and DCT. DCT with a belly to belly. DCT versus the world. It certainly feels like that in this sort of match because you really do have the whole world to compete against. The vast majority of the roster certainly. And DCT doing what he needs to do against Raven Creed, but Raven Creed really not the person you want to have to beat here. Raven Creed again, former Phoenix Empress champion. I am not outside. I have no idea what's going on. I would imagine you can see. Hope it's going well. Fans inside shouting, "We need wrestlers." We certainly do, but knowing the competitors involved, I would not be surprised if they fought all over the country until the very next show. But who has rolled into the ring? It's Jay Money. Let's all stay quiet.
Get him to it. They're all gone, right?
Jay Money thinks they're all gone. Jay Money there, most certainly not all gone. And there's a former ICW World Heavyweight Champion who is not gone outside. And the scraps begin. Well, now everybody's coming back in. And that really was the opportunity for Jay Money or DCT. But DCT not put off by all the additional entrances of everyone who's just come back in, and now DCT with 45 seconds to go is temporarily the Hard Knocks champion. Oh, Sam the Sham tries to enter, has a rough landing. Same for Skyler, same for Skull Collector. But in from behind is Justin. No, it's Big Guns Joe, excuse me. And Big Guns Joe gets a boot to the face for his troubles. We are now very, very close to the end. 20 seconds, 19, 18, that's counted down. And nobody's in the ring with DCT. And if it stays like this, DCT will remain the champion. But from behind, Jay Money rolls him up, and Jay Money has got the pin, and Jay Money's run out of the ring. And the countdown, that's it, it's over. Ring the bell. I'm sorry, but when you look at the maths, and you look at the odds, and you look at all the potential combinations, everything that could have happened, the outcomes, for Jay Money to walk into this match as one man out of, what, 20 wrestlers, I think, in total, and to come out as champion, that is as impressive as beating the greatest wrestler in the world. That is seriously impressive. That's, you look at all the names in here, Raven Creeds, your Matt Skylers, your DCTs, your JDPs, I'm looking around, and I'm seeing Justin Daniels, I'm seeing all this talent, Big Guns Joe, all these names walking out. They walked in as contenders and they walk out as contenders. Jay Money walked in as champion, walks out as champion. And I cannot believe it. I was so sure that we'd be getting a new champion here tonight under the circumstances. Not because Jay Money lacks any ability, but because, I mean, how do you beat all those people in a match of that nature and walk out as champion?
Your next match is a singles match. Sit for one fall.
Craziness just doesn't stop, does it? We go from a championship scramble, a match unlike anything I have ever seen before, to Fabulous Nikki versus Session Moth Martina. I said earlier that occasionally I won't take notes before a match the way a professional commentator does. And I won't do my research and I won't do what is required of me because nothing can prepare me for what I'm about to see. And when it comes to Fabulous Nikki and Session Moth Martina, trust me, nothing will prepare me for what I'm about to see.
Sexy son of a bitch.
Have an anniversary show. Well, you can't celebrate an anniversary show without Session Moth Martina, the Session Moth Martina. Her entrance alone makes the crowd come alive, but I am very intrigued to see what is going to happen when Fabulous Nikki and Session Moth Martina cross paths here tonight, because you look at Session Moth Martina and her history here in Phoenix Wrestling, even just recently with the Hard Knocks Championship, and the same of course with Fabulous Nikki. Their paths are parallel. Their styles are somewhat similar. They're unorthodox. They're unpredictable. They're unique, to say the least. Foxy is a trained professional. What he's doing is trained professional work. Make no mistake about it. Well, here we go.
Steaming after that, lads.
I'm sweating. So I don't know how you do that every time.
Well, I get to drink, so. Speaking of, it's a Saturday night in Cork. I think we all know what that means. Few drinks, yeah! Who's drinking? I see a lot more hands like that by the end of the night, you hear me? In fact, I've decided to ask the fabulous Nicky if he would have a drink with me tonight. Instead of wrestling, he knows that. Not into that, I'm already ready. He's sweating already, he knows how to do it.
Drink. I have a better idea. How about this? We still do the wrestling. That's what we're here for.
Fine.
But every time either one of us goes down, you just take a drink. So we give it a practice, right? So if you go down, yeah?
Hey, one more. I want to see all of you do it again. Ready?
The official Phoenix Wrestling drinking game. For those of you who aren't driving home.
I'll have one of them. Cheers. Start off strong. I'm joining you guys. Right, we agreement? Are we all in agreement? What do we have to do? That's all I want to hear, guys.
You good?
You agree?
Sure. No.
Ring the bell.
Bring it.
Fair game. Fair game.
Gentleman handshake.
Yep.
Oh, that's it. I was going to say it'd be very awkward if neither of them went down. And the match ended by countdown. But fortunately for the fans, it looks like we are. No, it looks like we're
drinking.
Yeah. Alcohol points here tonight. If this match continues at this pace.
Drink.
That's four. That's
Yeah,
four.
we're getting it.
Foxy doing a professional job as always. Sets him off the rope. Fabulous he jumps underneath. Oh, no drinks for the fans on that one. That's two.
Oh, fuck this. Who decided to wrestle today? Not my call.
Are you okay? Right in the jaw.
Fabulous Nicky holding onto his jaw. And Martina had a plan, it backfired, and Foxy has been blinded by the drink. And no! This is why Foxy has one of the hardest jobs in Irish wrestling. There you go. Well, that's two drinks for everyone, courtesy of Foxy. On a third, with a beautiful people's elbow. Along the way, perhaps. Dare I say, the Foxy's elbow. Oh, perfect! Getting her hand raised, perhaps prematurely, and a stunner from Foxy. And Foxy has been sobered up.
Right, new rule.
And I don't envy whoever it is has to wrestle after this one.
New rule. We go no more. Fucking heel turns. No more drinks.
Oh, a headbutt from Martina to Nikki. And some open-handed slaps to the chest. Martina. Oh, it's the drink. It's difficult to do these things and drink at the same time. But if anybody can get it done, it is Session with Martina. Oh, skill perhaps. Session with Martina style. You know, you do forget, after all the drink, after all the theatrics, Session with Martina has got excellent technical wrestling ability. And if Nikki's not careful, and if he gets too distracted from all the theatrics, he may end up on the wrong side of the result here tonight. Session Moth has Nikki here for the pin. Nikki gets out with 2. And the knee is caught. Just what Fabulous Nikki would have wanted. Sweeps the leg. What can we be going for here? Something you definitely don't want after drinking. Something that definitely won't help the hangover. As Fabulous Nikki swings Martina around. Completely disorientates her. Now he has her up, and this could very well be it. But no, because if anybody knows how to wrestle while drunk, if anybody knows how to wrestle while hungover, it is Session with Martina. If it wasn't, she'd just be called Martina.
Let's go, Nikki! Let's go, Martina!
Session Moth fighting back with those forearms. And Nikki with a super kick gets caught. Martina runs under. And a beautiful tornado DDT flattens Fabulous Nikki. And Nikki kicks out with 2.
Let's go, Nikki!
Now these two have wrestled before.
Come on, I just want to go to the bar.
They know each other quite well. With Session with Martina, she's willing to go all the way to the end. She wants to go to the pub afterwards. She wants to get those drinks. The quicker she puts away Fabulous Nikki, the quicker she gets to those drinks. But Nikki has another idea in mind. But Martina counters it. But Fabulous Nikki kicks out with 2. Martina's going for that Jaeger bomb. That's what she's going for, and she hits it perfectly. But Nikki kicks out with 2. Martina hops up onto the middle rope. Goes for the cold breaker off the top, but Fabulous Nikki gets the pin. And not to imply that Nikki doesn't deserve the victory by saying that he stole it, but certainly a victory out of nowhere is how that could be described. Not too happy with the result, but she has certainly a lot of respect for the fabulous Nicky. And if you're a regular viewer of Phoenix Wrestling, you know what Fabulous Nicky is capable of. You've seen him win plenty of matches before, and you're going to see him win more in the future.
Your next match is singles match set for one fall.
That is the music of one man and one man only. That is the music of LJ Cleary. And you can see him being accompanied to the ring here by Andy Steele and Owen Richards, who unfortunately we saw earlier this evening. Fortunately, things didn't work out for them then, however it may work out for them now. Because they're ringside as LJ Cleary takes on a well-respected veteran of the game, a legend, if you will. He is taking on somebody with a very extensive career, somebody who's been around a long time and has achieved a lot of things in that time. Taking on Scotty Too Hotty.
The salvation. Can you feel it?
And here we go.
That was interesting.
It is the man himself. And it is an honor to have the one and only Scotty Too Hotty over here for our 4th year anniversary show. But he has a very tough test ahead for him as he has to take on LJ Cleary in order to get his first win in Phoenix wrestling history. Scotty Too Hotty is somebody who over the course of his career can enjoy these entrances. Scotty Too Hotty is somebody who when he walks out from behind that curtain, he can spend as much time with the fans as he wants because they will give him that time. He has earned their respect. a former WWE light heavyweight champion, a former 2-time WWE tag team champion with the iconic Too Cool. A man that could get it done as a tag team wrestler, as a singles wrestler. He will savor every moment of his entrances because he has earned that right. LJ Cleary, he's anxious to get the match started. You can see it in his body language. Scotty Too Hotty as he goes over to this side of the ring. It's pretty surreal, I won't even lie. I'm commentating the Scotty Too Hotty match, this is pretty deadly. A lot of talk about the benefits of hometown advantage. Scotty Too Hotty isn't from Cork, but if this is your first time watching, you will think that he was.
Stop. Bring it down. You're not even doing anything. Shut up. He doesn't suck. You suck, Cleary.
If there's anything LJ Cleary's going to want to do at the start, right from the start, is silence this crowd. Quieten them down.
Just bring the volume down, please. Keep it down, please, okay?
He wants to kill the momentum of Scotty Too Hotty.
No, he doesn't.
But good luck with that.
He doesn't suck. He said he sucks. He don't suck.
LJ Cleary, you can see the fans really getting into his head. He feels the pressure of the situation.
You can't hear it.
I think you've got to see that in his face.
Just keep it down while I get in the ring, please. Just keep it down. I said keep it down.
Just keep it quiet.
LJ Cleary's certainly taking his time.
Back him up. Scotty and Foxy, man.
LJ Cleary, he's either fed up or he's using these Foxy chants as an excuse to buy more time. Yeah, I don't think he's going to get that many chants off the Phoenix crowd. No offense to him, but Justy, they may be distraught, but you built this response from the fans yourself. All the cheating, all the interference.
I'm not a wanker.
He's not a wanker.
We're not wankers. We're the saviors.
Right, well, he declares that he's not a wanker. Self-proclaimed he's not a wanker.
Fuck him up, Scotty! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Scotty! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Scotty! Fuck him up! Fuck him up, Scotty!
The fans only want one thing, and that is that Scotty Too Hotty to put away LJ here tonight. Will we see the worm tonight? That is the question. But LJ Cleary.
That's not happening tonight, Scotty.
LJ Cleary's going already. Finally, not already, I should say.
No worm. There will be no worm in Cork tonight, everybody. Hate it right now.
Well, that'll be the goal. If you're LJ Cleary, you do not want to see a worm. You do not want to see the worm if you're LJ Cleary, or if you're Rodney Steele, or Owen Richards, or any Sabres wrestling member. You do not want to see the worm. That is Scotty Too Hotty's key to victory. But LJ Cleary, look, he's a promising talent. Not even promising. That probably doesn't do a disservice. He has the ability. He wants to expand. He wants to be a star. He wants to expand outside Ireland, outside Europe. But if you want to beat, if you want to expand across the planet, you have to beat some of the biggest names. You have to beat the Scotty Too Hotties. And it's not an easy task, but it's a task that you need to step up to and achieve. And you see Scotty Too Hotty having fun here because there's no pressure on Scotty Too Hotty. Scotty has proven himself.
Scotty Too Hotty can take his jacket off. Well done.
LJ's irritated because he knows that the pressure's on him. He has a job to get done here tonight. Scotty Too Hotty, he knows what he's capable of, but does LJ know what he's capable of?
Come on, we wrestle him.
Yes.
Thought we were getting a certain iconic dance for just a moment. The hat is off, and we are ready to go.
Who said that? Who said that? Yeah, the bird. Come on, LJ. Did you get?
To say that LJ Cleary is taking his time seriously.
Are we going to wrestle?
Finally, about to see the action that we wanted. You know this is going to be killing LJ.
This motherfuckers.
LJ Cleary just wants to get the job done, and you can see it's almost a relief in the face of LJ Cleary to get the first strike in. That was crucial for him. With respect to LJ Cleary and his ability, his run in Phoenix has been less than stellar as of late. He lost his opportunity to win the World Championship in Phoenix Wrestling. He lost his chance to win the Hard Knocks Championship. He lost against Big Damo the last time we had a massive star in Phoenix Wrestling. He needs to win this. It's crazy to think. But Owen Richards has criticised LJ Cleary and his form as of late, claiming that potentially LJ Cleary could almost be the weak link of the group, not having any gold on him. Oh no, LJ Cleary does not want to be there. He gets out of the way. And Scotty Too Hotty throws him over once, twice. But momentum in wrestling is everything, and if LJ Cleary can't retain the momentum that he once had, it could end up being a steep decline, and that's something the Sabres of Destiny have absolutely no time for. And Scotty Too Hotty doing the smart thing, and he doesn't see Andy Steele from behind. He's not paying attention to both of them. I was going to say doing the smart thing because he's going to have to prepare for interference. That'll probably be key. But unfortunately, instead of preparing for it, he fell victim to it already. LJ Cleary taking full advantage, fighting Scotty Too Hotty out to the crowd, giving him strikes, giving him chops. It really is the interesting clash of youth versus experience. LJ Cleary, of course, has experience. No doubt. In contrast to Scotty Too Hotty. Scotty Too Hotty was wrestling since before LJ Cleary was even born. Owen Richards got LJ Cleary this match, and he got him the match for a reason. Owen Richards got LJ Cleary this match because he knows what Cleary is capable of and what he needs to show if he's capable of reaching the top of the mountain here in Phoenix Wrestling. This is not a title match for LJ Cleary, but it might as well be. It's a match against Scotty Too Hotty, a huge name. Someone with a lot of ability, a lot of experience. Way too long to capitalise on any attack that he has put in on Scotty Too Hotty thus far. Scotty Too Hotty kicks out at 2.
Well, ref asking.
LJ has Scotty down, keep him down.
Do you give up? No.
That's where LJ wants him. If Scotty Too Hotty is not on his feet, and we won't be seeing a worm here tonight, much to the dismay of all the fans in attendance. Scotty Too Hotty knows how to use the crowd to his advantage. Even though LJ is standing there in the middle of the ring, Scotty Too Hotty is even back to his feet. It's good work considering the position he was in just a minute ago. And now fighting off LJ Cleary. Scotty getting the crowd to rise and a boot to the head of LJ. Sends him to his knees. And Scotty Too Hotty with a strike from his right hand and another. LJ Cleary frustrated, almost mentally hurt more than he is physically, and he's allowing Scotty Too Hotty right back into this match. And Scotty Too Hotty, the charisma on show here. He doesn't just have ability, he has a flair to him. With the forearm. Owen Richards doing what the Sabres of Destiny do best. And when LJ's on the verge of getting pinned, up goes Owen Richards. And looking at the other corner, Andy Steele with Scotty Too Hotty. Andy Steele grabs him. Andy Steele buying LJ Cleary time as much as anything else, which is important. But he gets a super kick for his trouble. You can see Scotty Too Hotty chose the perfect time to escape from that for ramming LJ's head into the canvas. He wants the fans to stand up. Could this be the time? Are we gonna get it? And he gets the victory. LJ Cleary has lost to Scotty Too Hotty. We got to see the worm in the keno. And unfortunately for LJ Cleary, more questions will be asked of his performances as of late. It was an absolute pleasure to have the legend that is Scotty Too Hotty join us here tonight for our 4th year anniversary. And it's great to see him soaking in the reaction from this lively crowd here in Cork. The Phoenix Wrestling faithful. Hear from the man himself.
Here we go. Scotty! You love me, Scotty? Come on, Scotty! Come on, Scotty! Woo. You're so we love you, Scotty! Love you, Scotty! 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 Woo! It's hot!
Dude, I live in Orlando, Florida. This shit's killing me. We love you, Scotty! So here's the deal. I want to make this quick because I know there's a lot more talented young men and women in the back. And I just want to say this. I've been saying this after every show. And a year ago, I was done wrestling, man. I was back with WWE. I was coaching the new talent at the WWE Performance Center. I was coaching NXT, current roster, SmackDown and Raw talent. And for a long time, it was the greatest job in the world. But in the 6th year that I was there, started to miss something, man. And
Thank you, Scotty! Thank you, Scotty! Thank you, Scotty! Thank you, Scotty!
thank you. And ever since I was 15 years old, this is the truth, man, I was wrestling on mattresses in my mom's garage in a little town called Westbrook, Maine. 150 pounds, 15 years old, not a wrestling school in sight. I didn't have one of these. I had mattresses. And everybody told me, you're too small, you're too young, you've never been trained, you're never gonna make it.
They all wrong, Scotty!
Well now.
So I went out and I did my thing for the last 32 years, and it wasn't so much what I did. I could go out and do it. It's what you crazy motherfucker. I was the one running in place. I was the one hopping around the ring. I was the one doing the worm. But what made that move so special was you guys. Otherwise, it's just another move, but you guys going W-O-R-M. Dude. That right there, you guys are the ones that told those people, those doubters, you're effing wrong.
You can swear here. I don't show eating's enough. We're drinking, man.
I can't.
Swear.
You see, I can't because there's kids in attendance. There's kids in attendance, and it might just be one kid, but the kid is mine. I think you guys can sort of appreciate. His name is Keegan.
Oh no. No, we don't want to see this. We don't want to see this. This is nothing short of a disgrace.
We run Phoenix Wrestling! It's ours!
Nothing short of a disgrace. There's no need to interfere. The match is over. The result will read L for LJ Cleary, W for Scotty Too Hotty.
This is our promotion. We own Phoenix Wrestling. We own Phoenix Wrestling, not you. It's ours. It's ours. Because we're the saviors.
Words fail me. I'm not surprised, but Scotty Too Hotty fights back with a low blow to Andy Steele. Owen Richards doesn't see it. Scotty Too Hotty throws out Owen Richards. And Andy Steele taking those shots in the corner. Let's go again. Could we be seeing the one and only Tegan? Like father, like son. He gets it. Picture perfect. Hotty family are up there with some of the wrestling greats. It's the third time we are seeing the Saviors of Destiny here tonight, and thus far it has not been a great night for any Saviors of Destiny member. We saw Anita Vaughn lose the Phoenix Empress Championship to Debbie Keitel. We saw LJ Cleary lose the Scotty Too Hotty. We even saw Andy Steele take the worm. But that does not necessarily mean that they will be losing this match here, because this match is everything for the Saviors. This match is their bread and butter. This match is how they made a name for themselves in Phoenix Wrestling, through dominating the tag team division. They came in, they won tag team gold, and in doing so devastated a variety of different tag teams. They devastated Club Rock Shandy, Big Guns Joe and Gene Money, White Cost Jim, don't forget, in Dublin. They are now the Irish Tag Team Champions in Fight Factory, beating tag teams down there as well. This is a team that, love them or hate them, they are unstoppable. They've created a path for themselves, and that path has led to nothing but gold, as is evidenced by the 4 championship belts that the two men share alone. And here are their opponents. Dino Power, Butch Armstrong, and now CBL. This is one night stand. If you have not seen One Night Stand in action, that is a team that I don't really know. I don't really know who you could really compare them with. There isn't really a team you can compare Dino Power and Butch Armstrong to, and now they've got CBL alongside them. Sorry, I've also been given a t-shirt from Dino Power just there a second ago, which says, I love One Night Stand almost as much as I love Eric Rowan. And you know what? He's bang on. I know that I'm a commentator. I have to be professional. I have to leave my bias at the door. But you know what? I love One Night Stand. And you know what? It's probably not an unpopular opinion, but I hope that somehow they can get the job done tonight against the most dominant tag team in this country. Easier said than done, of course. But if there was ever a time for them to do it, perhaps now would be that time. These beautiful custom-made t-shirts are available at the merch stand. Although if you're watching this on demand, that's a somewhat useless fact. Did we get a Longford chant in Cork City? CBL making the impossible possible. I can't really argue with that.
Ladies and gentlemen, this match is for the Phoenix Tag Team Championship. Introducing first the challengers in the...
I announcer too.
The saviors of destiny are fond of an outrunning, huh? I tell you boys, not tonight. Not tonight. But tonight is the night where we crown new Phoenix.
It could be. It could be. This is the stage to do it, if ever.
Introducing the challenger. It's Dino in the and together they are one night stand. And they go all night long.
That is true. Very durable one-night stand. They do indeed go all night long.
Irish and Phoenix Tag Team Champions, Owen Richards, Andy Steele, can you feel it? Saviors of Destiny!
Not quite as cool of an intro, I have to say. That's nothing against Tom, it's just, you know, not an easy job when you have to introduce the two most popular men in this entire company. Unpopular.
Can you feel it?
And this is exciting. Yeah, that's the only word I can use to describe this. This is exciting. This is a title match that people have wanted ever since One Night Stand were formed. Anybody to defeat the Saviors is what the core fans want. But, you know, there's beating the Saviors, and then there's One Night Stand beating the Saviors. And one very interesting aspect right off the bat is Owen Richards is known for his strength, he's known for his power, and that's something that comes in handy against a lot of tag teams where...
I just want to sing one little song, one really small little song. The Saviors!
Yes.
Fuck the Saviors! Fuck the Saviors! That's not our song! Fuck the Saviors!
Well, I was gonna say, I didn't want to interrupt the sing-along, but Dino Power, usually when Owen Richards and Andy Steele take on with the tag teams that have the strength advantage, they have the power advantage, but coming up against Dino Power, that advantage isn't really there. They can't really manhandle Dino Power the way they do with some of their other opponents. So it'll be interesting to see, have the Saviors of Destiny adjust their game plan in any way to try and make way for that, or will they stick to their guns and do what they do best and walk out as champions as a result? We'll wait and see. Well, Dino Power, very impressive. Somebody who, you know, you look at in fairness, the Saviors of Destiny would say the same thing, but Dino Power in 2022, really this has been quite the year for him in terms of his improvements, in terms of breaking out. Watch Armstrong really shaking the ring, getting ready to come in, but a bit early for that because Dino Power is just comfortable in there with Owen Richards. He's dominating, throwing him into the corner, into the ropes, chopping him. He's actually having fun. He's nice and relaxed, which usually somebody with his level of, and that was great, great fight IQ on the part of Dino Power to follow through and inadvertently hit Butch. You see that a lot, but he held back. He's ready. These two men are ready. You know, it started off as a one-night stand, it blossomed into something a bit more beautiful, but now these men are ready. Butch Armstrong, much like an actual honey badger, fears absolutely nothing. Butch Armstrong, he's a bit of a wild card in Phoenix Wrestling. He's somebody who you don't really know what to expect from him, but you can definitely see he's getting better and better with each show, with each match. He's really starting to find himself in this one-night stand tag team. And again, like Dino Power with Owen Richards, Butch Armstrong is effectively having fun in there. it's mind games as well as the physical aspect of it. And a quick pin! Butch Armstrong with a quick pinfall attempt. That could be all it takes to put away the Saviors. That might be the way to put away the Saviors. It's difficult to incapacitate them. They're both very strong, both very talented. But one quick pinfall following a very unorthodox sort of stance or a bit of footwork, that could be what puts them away. Butch Armstrong, he runs in with a shoulder to the midsection. Dino Power on top of Butch Armstrong. And Butch holding on to Dino Power. Using themselves as a weapon effectively. And we don't really, this is actually quite a surprising start to the match. You don't typically see Andy Steele and Owen Richards getting manhandled like this. Andy Steele has been toying with Dino Power, may have disorientated himself with that one. I'm really struggling with that one. But Butch Armstrong, no! Right, Butch Armstrong, he wants to have a go. I don't know if this is the wisest move. It is, because he hits Andy Steele with his feet. Hits Owen Richards as well. He needs to be careful. And they're going to need a minute to regroup. Top rope after dizzying yourself. Again, unorthodox strategy. Unorthodox is the word I would use. Owen Richards grabbing onto the leg of Dino Power. And Andy Steele just stomping on the back of Butch Armstrong's leg. And just like that, momentum shifts. That's what's really interesting with tag team wrestling, is just how quickly both men off both teams can really change the pace. Butch Armstrong, his left leg getting mangled. I think I heard somebody said it's broken. Hopefully it's not.
Come on, get him off the rope with it. Hey, come on.
Andy Steele. And this is what the Sabres of Destiny have that other teams don't have to the same extent. And it's what separates the contenders from the champions. It's a mean streak. It's ruthless aggression.
Can you feel it now?
You know, this is a team that don't care about hurting their opponents. Some wrestlers, they'll say they want to win, they want to beat their opponents, but they don't want to hurt them. The Sabres don't care. If you get hurt on their way to the top, that is your problem as far as they're concerned. And a lot of people don't like it. And I understand why they don't like it. And I'm not disagreeing with them. But you look at the results. You look at the gold that's around both of their shoulders. Both men's, both shoulders. It's 4 belts. That's, you know, if they win another tag team championship in a different promotion, they won't have any room for those belts. That's what having a mean streak can achieve. And you can see CBL doing everything he can to motivate Butch. Standing there outside the ring, he's squaring up to Andy Steele. You know that CBL, he wants to smack Andy Steele. He wants to just destroy the Sabres with his bare hands, but he also knows it's not no DQ. If he wants to get involved, he has to be careful, he has to be calculated. If he goes in and just starts throwing hands, that's a disqualification right off the bat. Owen Richards. Inside, the ref had a quicker turn around and that could have been a pinfall victory. I would doubt that, considering the heart of Butch Armstrong. It takes a lot to put him away. But Owen Richards wasting no time now, going straight back to the leg. Butch Armstrong is a one-legged man right now, and I would imagine he'll be a one-legged man for the rest of this match at least.
I don't hear anything!
Manages somehow get a pinfall attempt, it's not enough. But you have to respect his ability to get something, considering the state of his left leg at the minute. Andy Steele tries to come in and replicate the success of Owen Richards, but Butch Armstrong isn't having any of it. He has Andy Steele up, and you can just see there's a lot of pressure on the face with Butch Armstrong. Andy Steele managed to elbow his way out of that, but you would imagine that's because of the damage done to the left leg of Butch Armstrong. And you see it again. Yes, he misses up. Yes, he manages to make something of it. But he goes through so much pain in order to achieve that, and it's very difficult for him to get to his feet. And you can see him clawing and scratching, getting his way into Dino Power, but the ref doesn't see it. And Dino Power is back, and he's dishing all this damage into Andy Steele, but the ref didn't see the tag. And Dino Power now has to go back to his corner, now has to go back to the apron. And that is very, very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. And I look, nothing but respect to Joseph Terrell. This is a very tough, very, very tough job. But his mistakes here could potentially be the cause of One Night Stand's downfall. But Dino Power's back in. Clothesline to Andy Steele. And a forearm to Owen Richards. Andy Steele and Owen Richards in the corners, getting flattened by Dino Power. And Dino Power with a beautiful spinning bicycle kick. And Dino Power planting Owen Richards full strength. He doesn't see Andy Steele behind him. Andy Steele off the middle rope is caught. And Dino Power, he just looks at home in here. Very, very impressive work by Power. And I'm not surprised it's not enough to put them away, because they are the champions for a reason. But that is a very, very strong start from Dino Power. If he can build on this, if he can somehow build on this, we could potentially see some new champions here tonight on the biggest night in Phoenix Wrestling's history. Oh, Andy Steele showing some great agility. Love him or hate him, which again, most people hate him. That is excellent agility. But Armstrong doesn't see Owen Richards behind him. And Owen Richards has him up, I thought. Had Andy Steele gotten to his feet, would it have been time for a call to action? Going for something different here. More double team maneuvers. They've been building on this. And this is a big part of why they're the Irish Tag Team Champions. They've been building on these double team maneuvers. Having chemistry is one thing and knowing how to use it is another. A lot of people are complaining and they want this 1 versus 1. They want to see Butch Armstrong have a fair match against Owen Richards and Andy Steele, is one of them, of course, on the apron. But Dino Power is back up, and he will act as his own equaliser. Very impressive performance from Dino Power thus far. And One Night Stand with the flapjack, working so well together. And a cutter, a 3D, potentially incapacitating. Oh! And LJ Cleary, of course. LJ Cleary dragging out the ref because that's what he has to do. That's what the Saviors have to resort to, and it is shocking. Oh, LJ Cleary's bringing the chair. This is not Phoenix Extreme. This is not legal. Oh, and he goes and attacks them. He was paying attention. Not the right leg, it's the left leg, but it's the correct leg. It's the one that Butch Armstrong has had mangled to bits by Andy Steele and Owen Richards for ages now. The fans voicing their displeasure, and understandably so. This is not right.
One night stand, huh? One night stand, yeah?
LJ Cleary from behind. CBL saves the day, stopping the chair shot. LJ Cleary will likely make him pay for that one, but that just goes to show what CBL is willing to do for One Night Stand and the benefit of having CBL. LJ Cleary, he was gonna DDT him off the middle rope, but CBL managed to counter it, and CBL changing the game for One Night Stand. Acting as the equaliser, we are now left with Andy Steele and a one-legged Butch Armstrong. And Butch! And Dino Power up at the top. Could we go for the frog splash? He hits it! But the ref is taking his time. The ref being pulled out of the ring, really took it out with his ref. The fans urging the ref on. Oh, he doesn't do it! He doesn't do it! I was holding my breath. I thought that was it. That was excruciating. That pinfall was more painful than anything anybody has taken in this match. To watch that was just... my heart has sunk, because I really thought if there was ever a chance for One Night Stand to, ironically enough, fulfill their destiny, so to speak, that was it. And Butch, on one leg, is going to have to keep fighting. And Butch, in a one-on-two situation... oh no, there it is, call to action. Andy Steele goes for the cover. And Butch Armstrong kicks out at 2. And that's why he's in this match. That's why himself and Dino Power are in this match. People can question Butch Armstrong's ability. They can question his strategies. They can question his mindset, but they cannot question his heart. They cannot question how much pain he's willing to put himself through in order to survive this match. And even still, even on one leg, he still manages to try and crawl to the bottom rope. He can't reach, it's too far. Dino Power, he's going to try and get involved, try and save this match, but from behind, Anita Vaughn drags him back. Anita Vaughn drags him close to the curtain, and Butch Armstrong, he can't make it. Word you can really use to describe that is disappointing. I mean, that, like, obviously the Sabres, they got the job done. They did. It's a W on the record. Like, salvaged the night for themselves after what was a very, very poor start, as is evidenced by, you know, Anita Vaughn not having a championship belt on either shoulder or waist. But this is one of those fights where the loser's stock rises. This is one of those fights where the losers, and I hate even using that word, but they didn't win. But One Night Stand have showcased to all these fans here what they're capable of, what their trajectory is, where they're going to go. They are not a one night stand. This is a long-term deal. I would be very surprised if this is far from over.
That was fucking bullshit! Listen for a second, just because that corny-headed little fuck LJ Clary can't get the job done on his own and can't make his two daddies happy, doesn't mean that we're just gonna let them take away everything we've worked for this entire fucking time! You lads think this is over? Tino? You feel that? You feel that? My heart is still fucking beating! I forgot! One night stand goes all night
This won't be over until the gold is wrapped around the shoulders of Butch Armstrong and Dino Power, with CBL joining them in celebration. The fans believe it, they believe it, and surely after watching that match, surely you can see the progress. Surely you can see the results of the work that they're putting in. Mark my words, before the end of this year, sometime very, very soon, there's only a couple of months left, those men right there will be the Phoenix Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Whether you like it or not, but I would imagine you like it quite a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next match is a tag team match set for one fall.
Well, speaking of Fight Factory, last night Fight Factory hosted the 2022 Grapple Games. This man was in the main event of that, and unfortunately he did come up short, and he'll be teaming with the man who won the match. He'll be teaming with the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion himself, Fabio. But there's no denying the talent that Clon possesses. Somebody who really takes the crowd by storm. Ridiculous agility, ridiculous speed, ridiculously high risk taker. And there he is, the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion of the world, beating 5 other competitors last night to retain his title. But tonight is a very different match. Tonight is not a 6-way for the gold. Tonight is a tag team match, and it's going to be very interesting to see how a man with limited tag team experience in Fabio, who of course refers to himself as the greatest Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion of all time, which is a difficult claim to dispute after what he's done since the restart of Irish wrestling after the pandemic. But in tag team action, it's a very intriguing duo because while Fabio and Clon have never teamed together, Clon does have that tag team experience, which we'll get to in a minute. But there is definitely mutual respect between the two. There is definitely a similarity in terms of their styles. They do know each other, they do train together, they do work together as both opponents and, you know, as training partners and such, and sparring and whatnot.
Their opponents this evening.
But this will be their first opponent in this tag team. And yeah, another opponent who's been in the Grapple Games This is the Ballymun monster, Martin Steers. You may recognise him as one half of Dub Rock Shandy, who used to team here in Phoenix Wrestling, as well as Fight Factory, as well as a variety of other promotions. There's a lot of bad blood here, especially between Martin Steers and Kong. Martin Steers, you can see it there, it's already kicking off. The rest have to do a serious job here of keeping things controlled. It's a very, very personal conflict. They have not had it out yet in terms of one-on-one singles fights. They've shared a ring in multi-man action and tag team action as opponents. And they do it again here tonight, but this time it's with the inclusion of, I suppose, the wild card in this match. A man who perhaps, I would argue, isn't given as much credit as a lot of these other competitors. I would argue a man who is on the level of these other competitors. A man who is silky smooth. I am, of course, talking about Reardon O'Connor. Every time Reardon O'Connor steps into the ring, he looks more and more at home. But I don't know if the same will be said here tonight, and already you can see in the body language. Martin Steers split with Kong because he does not want to be a tag team wrestler. He is done with tag teams. Martin Steers is here for one man and one man alone, and that man is Martin Steers. Personality-wise, I don't see Steers and Reardon gelling. Stylistically, they might. Again, one of these men doesn't have tag team experience, one of them does. But it's going to be very interesting to see, can they coexist, can they gel, can they make it work? Because if they can, it's going to be a very, very fun fight. But I don't know, when I look at both these teams, you have to wonder, will Klong perhaps be a bit resentful that Fabio is still the champion? Will he work together with Fabio to get the job done? It's a very, very interesting fight. Alright, the bell has been rung and we are underway. Reardon O'Connor and Klong, I mean, not alone is a singles match I'd love to see any day. Of course, Klong would have the experience advantage in that, but I think when it comes to footwork and agility and athleticism, I think these men, they're so well matched, and you can see even just getting out of the way, it's not the most impressive thing in the world, but a lot.
Shut up! I don't want you! I want him!
Reardon O'Connor wants the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion. He wants to prove himself. He hasn't had the opportunity to fight him yet. And this is a chance. This is a chance for Reardon O'Connor to really show what he can do.
I didn't hear you, but thanks.
Are you well? Because you're looking well.
Shut your mouth!
Looking well!
Fabio, you might say that looking well isn't necessarily a key to victory, but he's looking well because he's confident. And he's confident because he's been the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion, not for a matter of months, but for a matter of years. And there's no stat pattern on that record. That man is defended against every and all challengers. O'Connor currently holding his own, currently looking like he belongs in there with the champion. O'Connor not taking that fist bump.
This is personal! And you should shut up.
Onto that head of Fabio. It'll be interesting to see what sort of strategy. Hi, Con. I love you too. Big fan of Klong and Fabio and Reardon, that has to be said. But Martin Steers on the other side of the ring. Not a fan favourite. Not a favourite of mine, not a favourite of anyone after his actions. And I think his previous actions are reflective in this match already. You've seen there's a tension between the two of them that we're not seeing between Fabio and Kong. And that's going to be something that plays into this match. A key factor. And Fabio, this is what I'm talking about. Confidence. He's a showman, but he backs that up. It's not just showboating, it's not just taunting, it's not just, celebrating for celebrating's sake. This man is feeding himself because he's in his groove. And when you found that momentum, when you walk into Grapple Games as champion and you defeat all 5 of your opponents in one night, and you come out the other side, still able to get the job done, you reach a whole new level. And Reardon doesn't seem to have a huge game plan here. He seems to be holding on to the head of Fabio. That was a good shoulder tackle, sending Fabio down to the ground. But I don't know what Reardon can really take out of his arsenal to beat Fabio here. It's a big ass. Of course, it is a tag team match. He does have Martin Steers, but in the same breath, Fabio is Club. Oh, and Fabio looked like he was going. Looks like he was going for a signature move we've seen time and time again, but Reardon counters it now. He's just toying with Reardon O'Connor. And what this is doing is it's building the frustration between Martin Steers and Reardon O'Connor. I wouldn't be surprised if Martin Steers walked off, because what this is doing is this is potentially putting Martin Steers in the L column over something he really has limited control over. And already frustrating Martin Steers as it is, he's not really happy with that one. But Fabio, again, it's countered by Reardon, now Reardon makes a tag, and this is where things are interesting. Fabio jumps over and very stiff shot to the back of the head there from Steers to Klong. Blocking Klong, and you see down on the apron, Fabio into the ropes. Martin Steers really showing what he can do. Martin Steers, I don't want to endorse his actions, I don't want to support his actions, but I do understand Martin Steers wants to establish himself as a singles competitor, because when you're in a tag team, your singles ability is often overlooked. And I think we're seeing that with Martin Steers according to his last 2 fights. And that's very, very smart by Martin Steers. And Klong, I hate to say it, respect to Klong, but he should know better. With all the tag team experience that he has, he should know that the longer he takes to get back out, the more he's going to distract the ref, the more advantage to Martin Steers and William O'Connor.
Fabio, stick with it. Come on, Fabio. Get on, come on.
You are the moment!
Come on, Fabio.
Fabio. Winning him over. He's winning them over, I should say. Reardon O'Connor doing a good job with the help of Martin Steers to just keep momentum. It's still very different to Reardon O'Connor to what I've seen over the last few months. I have to say, I don't know if it's fueled by jealousy or bitterness or what it is. He's just much more. He's trying to match the showboat with Fabio, but according to the body language of Fabio, he's not quite matching him. Strike for strike, blow for blow. Those jabs just didn't have the power behind him that he needed. And Fabio, in the end, he does get taken for a ride, but it's not enough to put him away. But you can see Reardon has a certain edge to him that we haven't seen over the last 2 months. And he spent a little less on showboating, which is obviously natural for Reardon O'Connor, but if he spent a little less on showboating, perhaps he'll get the job done. I want to win this one for Reardon O'Connor. A win over a team featuring the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion. A title that gets defended not just in Dublin but in Cork as well. We saw Fabio defend the title here in Cork against the man once known as Hyper Street. And a beautiful suplex from Martin Steers. And every time Martin Steers enters the match, he dominates. Every time Martin Steers enters the match, he gains control. And again, that's that fighting experience. That's what it is. He's running into the opponent's corner, taking out the man in the apron, and isolating Fabio into a position. When is the last time Klon has got into the ring here and got involved in the action? Really, he was just in the opening couple of seconds. But the longer this match progresses and the longer Klon keeps getting taken off the apron, he spends more time out here than in there. The more it falls into the favour of not just Martin Steers, but Brendan O'Connor as well. We're really seeing him take advantage of that throw-in. Fabio into the ring corner, shaking the entire ring in the process. And Reardon scrapping up the breath as well as his opponent. Martin Steers and Reardon O'Connor doing a good job of keeping Fabio right where they want him. As far away from Con as possible, basically. And Fabio, no doubt he has the ability to potentially get out of this situation. But it's going to take a lot. He did expend a lot of energy at the start of this fight. We're seeing him now with some good body shots to Steers. Now dropping Steers' jaw onto his head. And Fabio gets taken for a ride again onto the knee of Martin Steers. Not enough to put him away. And Martin Steers again, it's smart. Klon is going to have to really control his emotions. You know, he's in a tag team match, not a one-on-one match. He needs to stay focused on the win, the task at hand. Not his personal animosity, not his personal beef with Steers. Look, there's a lot of bad blood there. They go way back. It's very difficult to even imagine Klon as a singles wrestler before. It's been so long they've been teaming. So for it to come to an end as violently as it did, look, it's brutal for Klon to have to go through something like that. But if he wants to progress with his career, he's going to have to learn how to stay calm. He's going to have to learn how to stay calm when it counts. And when he's teaming with the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion against the man that he wants to beat more than anyone else. And that was excellent from Fabio. It looked like he shot it just a little bit short, but in the end, his feet actually connected right on the money with Reardon O'Connor. So he actually did get all of it. He got what he needed. But will he be able to tag in Klon before Reardon tags in Martin Steers? That is the question. Martin Steers and Klon, and they're going at it, wasting absolutely no time. Kicks from Klon. He's got the karate background. Kicks are a specialty in a German. And look at the airtime Martin Steers got from that German. Like something you'd see out of Tony Hawk's. And the more kicks from Klon to the body, to the legs, to the head, keeping it well balanced. That is the key. Klon is insane. The potential of Klon is something that is about to be unleashed on Irish wrestling, and I don't think Irish wrestling is ready, and I don't think Martin Steers is ready. Martin Steers knows what he's capable of. Martin Steers knows that when he decided to do what he did, that it was for his own benefit, because he knew his potential. But I don't think he was aware of Klon's potential. I don't think anybody was aware of Klon's potential as a singles wrestler. They knew he had the ability, they knew he had a bit of potential, but I don't think they realised just how good he is with those kicks, with the speed, the suplexes. And I was using that tag team experience well alongside Fabio, but Martin Steers lands on his feet and tags in Reardon. Reardon goes straight up to the top turnbuckle. Martin Steers tries to attack the two men, doesn't work out. Reardon off the top, a crossbody, he's caught. And Fabio alongside Klon. They go for a pair. It's going to be a double team maneuver. And Klon, he's going to the top turnbuckle. Fabio. And I thought that was it. And what a result that would have been for Reardon to roll up the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion. What a head kick. Puts Reardon O'Connor right back to square one. Now Stairs, I don't think he was going to get rolled up, but he goes through. And Fabio with the feint kick to set up the actual real deal. That is a super kick. Excellent. Again, this is a team that really specialises in kicks, but Fabio and Claude really, really good at what they do in that respect. And Reardon O'Connor countering Fabio. His feet are on the ropes, and he got the pinfall victory. Reardon O'Connor. Reardon O'Connor. What a result. Yes, it was in tag team action. Yes, he had his feet on the ropes. No dispute on that for sure. But for Reardon O'Connor to now have a pinfall victory over somebody who, I can't remember the last time Fabio was pinned. This man's the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion, and yet Reardon O'Connor, silky smooth, got the job done. Certainly credit where it's due to Steers. He played his role. Of course he did. But fair play to Reardon O'Connor. The fans don't like this one. And I'd be lying if I said I like it. I don't like it, but I respect it. And who knows? Could this lead to an Irish Junior Heavyweight Championship opportunity for Reardon O'Connor? Could that be what he's entitled to now? Will we be seeing more opportunities for Reardon O'Connor down the line? You would imagine so. Oh well, our questions could be answered. Reardon O'Connor grabbing the microphone.
Round of applause, folks, for Fabio. I can't fucking hear you. I just beat the Irish Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Under controversial circumstances, to be fair.
And that means that I am the best wrestler that this island has to offer, but I've known that for a very long time. You stupid idiots are just starting to figure that out. This is the 4-year anniversary of Phoenix, and it's the 3-year anniversary of me being held down, not given opportunities where I fucking earned them. I am the backbone of this promotion. I have been since day one. You're not worth it. You're not worth it. No. You're not worth it. No. No. You're not worth it. I'm worth it. I've always been worth it. You people aren't worth it. I have tried my hardest to be the wrestler I thought you wanted me to be. I put on a smile, I did stupid flips, and then it broke my neck and wanted to get me. Nowhere! My name is Reardon O'Connor. I am re-grooved. I am re-focused. And Fabio, I'm coming for the Irish Junior Heavyweight Championship. I will be watching the main event because I will be coming for whoever wins that belt as well. Fuck it! I'll wrestle Debbie Keitel for the Empress belt. I will fight anyone! And fucking win as well. So, I'm going to go celebrate my victory. I'm going to have a few drinks, break a few hearts. You might even see me in Reardon's. Shut up. You're too young to get in. And I'm going to have an amazing night, and I hope that you don't.
Well, that is quite a statement from Reardon O'Connor. Quite a statement indeed. Will he be going for Phoenix Gold, Irish Junior Heavyweight Gold, Phoenix Empress Gold? I would believe at this moment he has the confidence to go for Tag Team Gold without a partner. Very, very interesting times lie ahead, that's for sure. This is what it's all about. This is the interim Phoenix Wrestling Champion. And come the end of this match, you may be able to take the word interim out, throw it away, because this man may be the Phoenix Wrestling Champion of the world. He has beaten Karen Noir. He has gone through injuries. He has suffered setback after setback, and he has not stopped. He is relentless. He is Steve fucking Savage. And tonight could be the night where he will become the champion, Steve Savage. The real champion. The champion who has beaten the champion who has reached the top of the mountain. And you can just see it, looking at his face, looking at his body language, how much this means to him, how much this means to his fans. Anyone who has watched Phoenix Wrestling since day one, this man has been here for 4 years. All 4 of those years he has been a part of this show, and an integral part at that. And yet, he still hasn't won the big one. Close to the big one, but not the big one. Could this be the night? Could this be the night where he beats not 1 but 2 Irish wrestling veterans and gets the title that he has worked towards for all these years?
We're fucking here, Cork City!
I've got it all, and I'm getting more, but I never fall, beat them all, 'cause you know I'm so humble. I'm so humble. I'm a superstar.
And there's the champion.
Got the money and the girls, and I'm
A man who feels insulted. A man who feels disrespected. A man who laughs at the idea of an interim champion. If you ask Justy, there is one champion and one champion alone. It is him. He missed one show. One show as a result of being so physically active, defending his championship, that Phoenix Wrestling Management decided that Karen Noir versus Steve Savage would be for the interim belt, which Steve Savage won. And Justy, to quote his exact words, is too angry to let Steve Savage win. Well, you're going to need more than anger to stop Steve Savage from taking advantage of the most important opportunity of his career to date. But if there's anybody who can stop Steve Savage from achieving that moment, it is Justy. But of course, Justy is not the only other man in this match. This is a triple threat. And the other contestant in this triple threat is a man that we are more than familiar with.
Maybe I'm foolish and maybe I'm blind, thinking I can see through this and see what's behind. Got no way to prove it, so maybe I'm blind.
I sat in this very seat, in this very building, in this very city 4 years ago. I sat and watched the first ever Phoenix Wrestling main event in awe. It was a fatal 4-way, and the most experienced man in that match was Terry Thatcher, with, I don't know, 15, 16, 17 years of wrestling under his belt, nearly 20 years of wrestling under his belt. And to this day, he is still the only man out of those 4 still actively wrestling. What does that say about Terry Thatcher? What does that say about Terry Thatcher the competitor? What does that say about Terry Thatcher the man? This is a very different Terry Thatcher to the one that set out to win that fatal 4-way way back in 2018. This is a more ruthless Terry Thatcher. This is an angry Terry Thatcher, a cold Terry Thatcher. And sometimes in order to win the big one, you need to be cold. You need to be callous. As we have seen already here tonight. If there was ever a time for Terry Thatcher to win the big one, it is now. He won one triple threat to get here. And if he wins another triple threat, he becomes the champion for the first time in his career.
Tino, make some noise for your main event tonight! Your main event is a three-way match which will determine who is the undisputed Phoenix Heavyweight Champion.
You didn't beat me, so you're not the fucking champion! Take that fucking belt off me! Yeah, fucking standing like a fucking car man! You did beat the champion, so you're not the fucking champion!
It's an argument that could go on forever. But if they keep their eyes off Terry Thatcher and argue amongst themselves, they could both walk out of here as losers and neither man wants that.
It's about me, because I'm the fucking champion! 20 fucking years, and I never met disrespect like some little fucking jobber coming in and taking a belt. Justy! Come on, Justy! No! Step back! You suck, Thatcher! Making the singles. What are you smiling at? What are you smiling? You're the only one here that doesn't have a fucking claim. Making the singles.
Introducing first.
Undefeated, you fucking moron! You hit me, you see how you get. You don't have this. You never had it. You don't have it, and you won't have it. You stupid.
That's a valid argument. Terry Thatcher has never been pinned or submitted in a Phoenix wrestling ring. Don't forget. Could this be the night, however?
Fuck this. What do you expect?
Introducing first in the corner to my left, the challenger. Weighing in at 160 pounds, from Clondalkin, detached Terry Thatcher.
Unbeatable, undisputed.
Introducing next in the corner to my left, from Limerick City, he is the interim Phoenix Heavyweight Champion, Steve fucking Savage! And finally, the champion. For 20 years, he has been not just the face, but the backbone of the Irish wrestling scene. The Phoenix of Phoenix. The undefeated and soon-to-be undisputed Phoenix Heavyweight Champion.
Are you fucking serious?
Justy!
Also worth pointing out, all three of these men have been wrestling for Phoenix since day one. Justy wrestled in the first ever Phoenix wrestling match. It was a tag team match. This, of course, is a whole different world of its own. He stands alone as the Phoenix Wrestling Champion, having defended his title for almost a year now. And show after show, he would take on any and every challenger. Now he takes on two at once. And they come in the form of Steve Savage and Terry Thatcher, the undefeated Terry Thatcher.
We hate Thatcher! We hate Thatcher! We hate Thatcher! Somebody twat somebody!
Come on, Justy!
Hit him, Steve! You're undefeated with your fucking goal. I'm undefeated with that fucking goal. You haven't given me a fucking shot! You're never fucking here! Fuck you, Thatcher! Fuck you, Thatcher!
I would say the time for talking is over, but clearly not for any of these men.
Fuck you, Thatcher! Fuck you, Thatcher!
And Terry Thatcher not wasting any time. I'm going to be honest, I thought Terry Thatcher would be the one who'd wait on the outside. Justy and Steve Savage. Champion versus champion. But Terry Thatcher, he's not wasting any time. I think this is the difference between Terry Thatcher in this championship three-way and in previous triple threats, is that he knows that it's not just about avoiding damage, it's about pushing it out. Because you're dealing with champions now. You're dealing with those at the top of the tree. You're dealing with those who have done everything there is to do in Phoenix. Well, almost in the case of Steve Savage. Justy and Terry Thatcher, the experience between these two men, over 30 years combined experience between Justy and Terry Thatcher. Steve Savage, of course, no rookie in his own right, but that surely has to be playing on his mind as he hits them with that double German. Steve Savage flattening Justy in the corner and throwing him onto that neck. The bad bit of Justy. Worth noting as well, as much as the people respect Justy for defending his championship every single month, that comes with a price, a physical price. And you have to wonder how long somebody at that stage in his career can take all of this physical damage at the hands of these hungry competitors such as Steve Savage. Will there be a breaking point? Will there be a time where Justy, mentally you know he'll go forever, but physically, is there a moment where his body will stop? Well, at the moment that time is not right now because Justy lands on his feet and Terry Thatcher comes off the top to wipe out Steve Savage. And Justy runs into the ring post. Terry Thatcher stepping out of the way. Steve Savage. Spine buster from Terry Thatcher, goes for an early cover. First cover of the match, kicks out with one. Not really surprising, but good to get the first cover attempt out of the way. Good to impose yourself. And this is what Terry Thatcher's doing. He's coming into this with a very different strategy. He's imposing himself. He's not standing outside. He's not, waiting for the other team to fight. He's going at it himself. He's taking the if you want something done, you do it yourself approach. He's full of confidence. And why wouldn't he be? Yes, he's the only man in this match without a belt, but he can be walking out with the belt if he continues in following in the footsteps of every single thing he has done since showing up in Phoenix, which is not losing, not getting pinned, not getting submitted.
You're shot, Terry! Only your old one's clear.
Thatcher staking his claim at the minute. That experience, he does have a really solid fight IQ. There's a reason why on top of the 15 years we added an extra 4 years in Phoenix wrestling and is still going. Despite all the times he puts his body in harm's way. Despite all the risks that he takes, Terry Thatcher could very well walk out of here as the champion. And Thatcher ramming Justy shoulder first into the steel ring post. That will sting.
Should have been us, now we have to deal with this fucking riding up creep. Yes. What? Fuck off, Thatcher.
Spends a bit of time talking to Justy as he gives Steve Savage a window of opportunity to open up. And everybody stops to the body and forearms to the head. He has. Steve Savage rolls over to the side, comes back in, receives a boot to the head. Terry Thatcher humps him up to the top rope, or the middle rope, back up to the top and slips down. It's those ropes are slippy. Everyone has been on those ropes throughout this entire night. And Terry Thatcher unfazed. Top rope, jumps to the outside cross body, and a very rough landing, what looked like for both men. But Terry Thatcher wasting no time, he's back to his feet. Could be going for that elbow off the top, he does, he gets it. The range that Terry Thatcher gets with the flying elbow, it's unmatched by anybody in Europe. And Steve Savage to kick out at 2. You know if Terry Thatcher wants to get the victory here, he's going to have to put out all stops.
Savage! Steve fucking Savage! 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 Steve fucking Savage! 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 Steve fucking Savage!
Let's go, Terry!
You're strong, Terry!
Go, Justy!
You're really good. We appreciate your work. You're not better than
Straps are up. Terry Thatcher is... Oh, Justy! Over the top rope, just rolls Terry Thatcher effectively over to Steve Savage. Out of nowhere, Terry Thatcher wasn't ready. And Justy very effectively taking out both men at once. Working hard, but working smart as well. Oh! The clothesline to Terry Thatcher, now a second clothesline to Terry Thatcher. Goes for an Irish whip, Terry Thatcher counters and a lovely step up into Curry, rocking Justy. Justy remains on his feet, Terry Thatcher. Here off the middle rope, springboard, Justy catches him and hits him with a tombstone pile driver right on the top of his head. But Terry Thatcher kicks out at 2. The match continues. Over the Alabama Slam here. Steve Savage with a running knee, resulting in not only connecting with Terry Thatcher but Justy landing on his head as well. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, working smart and trying to attack both your opponents at once and using your energy intelligently. And Steve Savage is doing an excellent job of that here, using Terry Thatcher as a weapon against Justy and vice versa. And Steve Savage throwing a pile driver of his own. Justy, you know, the damage that's been done to that neck over the years, he still kicks out at 2. You have to wonder, is that out of instinct? Or does Justy still have more left in the tank? The stakes cannot get higher than this. This is where Justy will show everyone exactly what he's made of. This is where Justy will show everything that he has when he wins. Yeah, I'm the same champion is the number 1 contender. Everyone's here for a very valid and very legitimate reason. After 4 years of hard work, but Terry Thatcher, interestingly, moving Justy out of the way, goes to see Savage run to the corner. Terry Thatcher has a plan, he runs from one corner to the other. And he plans on pushing Justy out of the ring when he's already out on his feet. And now taking advantage of Steve Savage when he's in the ring. And that's quite like you. And this looks like a dragon sleeper of sorts of Terry Thatcher. And I thought I saw a tap, it wasn't a tap. It was Steve Savage frantically shaking his hands trying to get out of this. You see him scratching onto the ears, the face, the head, doing everything he can to get out. Twisting his body, excellent, counters it. That is Steve Savage digging into that wrestling repertoire, the technical repertoire. And nothing technical about that, just dumping your opponent on top of your other opponent onto the hard wooden floor. That is Steve fucking Savage. Fans are looking for Steve Savage because they know what he's made of. They know about the effort that he's put in, the work that he's put in. And they know this could be